I may have to fix YouTube a little bit. Let me help y'all out over here. Up close and personal. What's up, Soil Family? Facebook again today. Oh, man. Come on, Trudy. Trudy. I got an unruly dog, y'all. She is so rude. Oh, my God. Today is Wednesday. This is our second live today. I'm trying not to block Facebook out. I think we are pretty good. So we have YouTube over here and Facebook over here. So, listening while working in the office. What's up, Christine from Oklahoma? We appreciate you for being here. Today is Wednesday. This is my second live for Facebook and first for today for YouTube. I hope y'all are having an amazing day. It is a beautiful day in this neighborhood. Even if it was raining, it would be a beautiful day no matter what. No complaints here, no complaints. So if you are catching a replay, hashtag replay, and let us know, are you making your own homemade, gut healthy, probiotic drinks? Because it's amazing. When I go in a store, I laugh at labels that say probiotic. I'm just like, yeah, how true is that? We don't know how true it is. However, studies have shown that it's not true at all. So when we do it ourselves, then we know we can create these gut healthy things. So last week we spent the whole week making a ginger bug. A ginger bug is used to, it's a starter culture for fermented drinks, such as soda. What's up? Hey, Soil Family. I appreciate y'all for being here. So we made our ginger bug. We started our ginger bug last week. The ginger bug take anywhere from 5 to 7 days to get it nice and bubbly and active. What's up, G Mama Grows? That's our amazing moderator. Love her. It takes 5 to 7 days to get your ginger bug nice and bubbly and ready to make soda. A lot of people say that there's bubble and then it calm down, which is fine. You know, as long as you see some bubbles. I say go at least to your 5 days, and if you need those 7 days, you go for it. It'll be okay. Just continue to feed him. We do suggest you use I will watch the Ginger Bug series and start over. I suggest you use distilled water. We do have filtered water here, but I still use distilled water just because I want to make sure we don't contaminate our bug or the process. So we got Bruce and Mary Ann in the refrigerator hanging out. Meanwhile, we are going to go ahead and get started with our ingredients. Now, I'm making pineapple hibiscus. When I say hibiscus, this is what is sorrel, aka roselle. This is what the petals look like. And we do have videos on hibiscus and exactly what it looked like, but it is also in Amazon storefront where you can purchase this from. Now is the perfect time to grow this because in the fall it will give you all of this amazing fruit for tea. New to your channel, my sister shared your stream on castor oil. We appreciate you being here, Deetra. Welcome. Sugar, hey, sister here from Lancaster, California. What's up, family? So we appreciate y'all being here. If you could be so kind and hit that thumbs up for us, share us out, because that's how we get the word out there. We can do this ourselves. This is how you beat the system. This is how you beat all of those sicknesses and ailments and issues, because we know our sodas are loaded. I'm making pineapple pear to see how it would taste. I'm growing my hibiscus now also. Yeah, so you want to grow your hibiscus. That's the best way to get it. Pineapple pear sound like a good flavor. The good thing about making your own soda is, hey, April, when I feed my ginger bug, I only give it. Hey, Suburban Homestead, how you doing, girl? Hey, girl. Um, how you doing, Sandy? Good to see you in here. When you feed your ginger bug, I only feed mine sugar and ginger. Um, while it's in the refrigerator. Now, if it need water, you can give it water. Distilled water is what you want to give it. But when I feed it, I'm only feeding it sugar and ginger, chopped ginger, and it's good to go. So happy to catch another live. What's up, Earth Zero? So excited to see this recipe, and it's very simple. That's what I love about it. So what I was saying is the beauty in homemade soda is, I mean, the flavors are endless, endless, and the biggest blessing in it all is you cut out all of those chemicals, preservatives, and what is it? Artificial flavoring. Oh my God. So when you taste your homemade soda, it tastes different because it's real flavor. It's real soda. I use filtered water. I have a filtering system. Good, good. Hey, Francis, Sharon, I appreciate you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Thank y'all for hitting the thumbs up. That mean a lot to us. I'm hoping to get a bumper crop of roselle. I'm telling you, grow it. So first we're gonna start with pineapple. Fresh pineapple, y'all. I cleaned this baby up yesterday and set it. So this is how you grow pineapple. You twist your top off. It smells so good. It's good. You twist your top off, and then you peel. I'm not good at peeling these little leaves back. A couple layers. I'm just peeling these layers off, these leaves. You peel them off, and then you get you a cup or something, put some water in it, and you stick this down in the water and give it time, and it'll grow roots. This one has a few roots coming out. You can see it here. Little white root coming out. This is the red pineapple. And then once you get enough roots, you put that thing in some soil. In 18 to 24 months, you'll have your own pineapple. Homegrown, delicious pineapple. It's the best. 18 to 24 months, sometime a little longer. It is a patience game, but it's a game changer. Yumberry, good morning. Rooting my top from pineapple. I'm telling you, it's amazing. And after you get your first fruit, it'll put off a bunch of pups. And that's what that red one is, the big one. It's a pup from a previous plant, an older plant. The mother put off some pups. We take all of the pups or the suckers off and root them, put them in the ground, and grow more. Then you don't have to wait an entire year for pineapple. We wait about 6 months. So I'm gonna cut this thing up. No special way. So we clean our pineapple good because we want to use the skin also. And I'm only gonna use, I'll leave this much for Bobby's smoothies and for him to eat. So I'll cut that up later. But this is a good amount to start with. I'm just going to cut it in the fours like that. You can skin it if you want, but you should really check out the benefits of the skin of the pineapple. The benefits are amazing. So pineapple is great for inflammation. Somebody said yesterday that their daughter was having her wisdom teeth removed. I think it was her daughter. Pineapple should be her best friend for the next few days to help with that inflammation. What size are the pineapple? The ones that we grow, the ones we grow are smaller than these you get from the store. But they are so good, Patricia. They have the best flavor. So I have a pot. I'm gonna throw all my pineapple in this pot. Now, once you finish with it, it can compost. Ours will go to the chickens because we gotta have something for the girls, right? So now I have my pineapple in here and my sorrel, or hibiscus we call it. I'm just gonna dump it in, nothing special. Then I have my distilled water. So I always use distilled water because hey Emma, the chlorinated water again can mess up your process. Can. These are mainly all of my ingredients right here, other than my ginger bug and some sugar. Alright, so I didn't even put not even half of this water in there. I'm going to use all of it. But right now, just to get it started, that's all of what I need. So you can put your whole gallon of water in here. You can put a half a gallon, however much you... I like putting just enough to cover everything in here. Set it on the stove. Woo. Set it on the stove. And let it boil. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. When I hear it starting to make noise, I'll set my timer. 10 minutes. That's all you need. Then I'll let it steep. Can you use spring water? So you can. So the thing with spring water is they will say, I don't have no bottles. So my thing with spring water is you should test it. Because they'll say spring water is pure, chemical free, the best, but then when you test it, what is it? It come up with all these chemicals and all this weird stuff. So spring water ain't as springy as they claim it to be. So you have to. All water is not created equally. So you got to be careful what they claim to be pure or natural, or they play with everything. Sadly, they play with everything. I would say boil it good before you even start adding your stuff in it. But may I have your to make order, please? Babe, you on Facebook? I thought I heard my husband. Yeah, that the period thing. Yeah, Emma, can you send me a message and then I can give you because I don't know how to do it on the computer. Can I use spring water to glass eggs with? Yeah, so you talking about to water bath eggs? You can use spring water for that. How can hibiscus flowers be sorrel? I planted both. They're different to me. So we call sorrel Jamaican hibiscus. And we call it Jamaican hibiscus. Even if you Google Jamaican hibiscus, it's gonna come up with the same name. Sorrel, Roselle, for us. I know different countries call it different things, but we call it hibiscus. Or like when we go to the store, we don't ask for most of the. If we go to like Starbucks or I don't even know who else sell it, Panera Bread or something, we don't ask for sorrel or these other names of drink. We ask for hibiscus tea. I know when like Metro Diner, they'll say one of the tea blends they have is hibiscus. It'll have the hibiscus flower, which we grow, on the front of the box or the front of the wrapper or whatever, it'll have a hibiscus flower. And it does put off a flower that look like the hibiscus flower. But what we get from it is the sorrel, the callus or whatever they call it, that hold the seed pods. We call it Jamaican hibiscus for the most part. And a lot of people say it's not that, but that's just what we call it. I'm from Trinidad, and during Christmas we use lots of sorrel. Yep, we drink it all the time. It's the best for your blood pressure. Hey, Linda. We drink it all the time, but we do know that it's called different things in different places. And trust me, when I put out the pineapple hibiscus, Alexa, set timer for 10 minutes. When I put out I said everybody, Alexa, when I put out the pineapple hibiscus video last week, it got millions of views, and we probably had thousands of people tell us either it was meat or it was not hibiscus. And it's because, hey, J3GS, hey, Jennifer, you know, a lot of people don't know that it go by multiple names, or they just don't accept that it go by multiple names. Some people have never seen sorrel or hibiscus tea. When they go in the store and they order or they purchase hibiscus tea, they don't realize that turn your tea red. They don't even realize calicus. The pods are produced by sorrel hibiscus. They don't even realize that it's this that they are purchasing, not the actual hibiscus flower. Hey Val, how you doing, girl? Can you store soda in any glass jar or any container that can be sealed? So we only use these jars, and the reason is I'm sure you can store it in a jar, even like this, as long as it's in the refrigerator. Because once we put ginger bug in the refrigerator, it'll calm down. It won't explode on us. But when we take it out, you gotta burp it, relieve the pressure off of it. But as far as us fermenting and leaving it on the counter for a couple days, it's building pressure. When we lock it down to carbonate, it's gonna build so much pressure. I'm just afraid to trust a container or a bottle like this. So we always only trust our pressure safe bottles to make sure we don't have any accidents. So yeah, you can find these bottles in our Amazon storefront. If my husband is listening on Facebook, he'll drop it. But these bottles are pressure safe. When it comes to soda, most of us love the fizz. You know, we like the flavor, but we love the fizz. And to add to the confusion, the leafy green is called sorrel also. Yep, I was talking about growing some of that too. But yeah, there is a leafy green called sorrel also. So yeah, isn't that amazing? How many names something can have, and all these different plants and look different ways. But I started my soda Monday. Do I lock down the caps today? So what we do, Katrina, when we lock ours down, we add like a little bit. You can put like a half a teaspoon of sugar in there, because the bug's still eating while he out. You can just lock it down. You don't have to add a little bit more sugar. You may find that you want to add a little bit more as you make these. So you can just lock it down today. Does it have any bubbles around the top? Like it's starting to fizz or foam a little bit? You taught me how to last week in your videos. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you, Karen. Thank you so much for the stars. I appreciate you. Hey, Melissa. You're welcome. So if you have some bubbles, you should. Today is Wednesday. I keep saying, what's today? All day. You should have some bubbles around the top of your soda. If you started your soda on Monday, it should be starting to bubble up. If it's bubbling up, you can go ahead and lock it down. Like I said, you can add a tiny bit, like a half a teaspoon or so of sugar in there, and it'll foam up. So when you do it, you want to be fast. It should foam up a little bit, and then you want to go ahead and lock it down. But today may be a good day, depending on the temperature in your house, to go ahead and lock it down. So my pot on the stove, I didn't cover it up. I didn't. I just leave mine open. I ain't cover mine. Let's get them out of here. Okie dokie. I didn't cover mine up. Thank you, Yvonne. Thank you for the stars. I appreciate you, Soil Sister. What I love is the flavors, y'all. The flavors are endless. You can make so many flavors, and you know what's in this. You know, we always talk about how these labels say this, that, and the third, but then later on you find out that it's more or less to the story. So with this, you know exactly what's in it. You made it. You know, we grow a lot of fruit. Y'all grow a lot of fruit. You can use that fruit to make your own and know what's in it. You know what you're giving your family. Making our products at home has totally changed our life health-wise. We are healthier because we know what's in majority of the things we eat and drink. We do still get out and enjoy life and eat and drink, but it's very little compared to what we used to do. We would always, I was always lazy. I was like, I ain't cooking the weekend. I don't cook on weekends. So we would go out to eat. Well, I love myself more. So I'd rather take the time to make these things and know what's in it. Hey, cool weather. So yes, we are on all platforms. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Threads. Is it Threads or Trends? Trends, Threads. Twitter. I just started Twitter the other day. But we are everywhere. Hey, David. Loving the logo for the how-to video. I appreciate you. So, been waiting, wanting soda, but haven't had 3+ years. So yeah, the thing with this soda, you getting your probiotics that they claim to be in other things, live culture and all this stuff. That stuff at the store, we ain't getting it from there. They say we are, and they selling a lot of it, but they selling people false dreams, thinking if I eat this Activia, it's good for my gut. Yeah. So when we do it ourselves, we know exactly what we're getting. Thanks for your ginger book. You're welcome, Marcy. Yes. Get you some ginger and grow it after that, you know. Put that ginger in where I do a whole video on ginger. Read the ingredients and fine print. Yeah, and the sad part about that, Shane, so many people don't show. Yeah, we go in depth. And sometimes it be a little too much. Well, I ain't gonna say it's a little too much because some people want to hear the truth, you know, and that's all it is. If y'all could be so kind and hit that thumbs up for us, we would appreciate you. On your pineapple farm. Oh yeah. The sad part about the ingredients that are listed on things is the USDA or the government only require a certain amount or certain things to be on a label. Like when you purchase honey. Let me see. because I got an old bottle of honey. This is U.S. Grade A honey from a trusted Colorado company. We've been had. When did this expire? Well, it say Best Buy 12/14/22. Lot number 12/14/20. So this is at least 4 years old. The ingredients in here say U.S. Grade A honey. It's honey in here. I don't know if y'all can see the honey run. It ain't crystallized. It ain't did nothing. I can guarantee you I can go to the store and buy this honey. I can guarantee you I can go to the store and buy this exact same honey. It's going to look the same. It's going to taste the same. So the government or whoever, we're going to say whoever, we do give classes on Richard. We do. Alexa, stop. So send us a message. We can teach. We'll get her together. The people higher above people only say that, okay, you can sell this raw honey and you only have to put honey on the label. Meanwhile, honey doesn't expire. Meanwhile, when you buy honey from the store, I always go by the orange label honey. It's a raw honey. And it's all the same. It looks the same. It tastes the same. It never changed for years and years, 20, 30 years. It never changed. Nothing about that honey ever changed, meaning it can't be raw. Because we ain't going to get the same honey out these hives that we got now, that we got out these hives last year. Point blank, period. So how is this honey raw when it's been the exact same color, taste, texture forever? So the label on the store say raw honey. And that's it. The ingredient is raw honey. But we know that 10% of that ingredient is raw honey. But they don't have to tell you this. All they need to tell you is this is honey. That's it. 10% is raw honey. Possibly. The other 90% is high fructose syrup. Corn syrup. Whatever you want to call it. Crap. So you basically buying a bottle of crap. Because they said it was raw honey. They said it was, it need to crystallize. You know, our honey, that's why we sell honey, because it sit in those 5-gallon buckets and it's just going to crystallize because it's just raw honey. Now, people say honey can't expire. Honey shouldn't expire. But because they play with honey and put so much stuff in it, they don't have to tell you that. This is why we got to be careful, because nothing is created equal. Unless we grow or raise it or have a local farmer, we don't know. If honey got water or moisture content to it, it'll go rancid. But honey should crystallize. So when people get that crystallized honey that's thick in the container, or, you know, you got a decent honey, decent, unless you got it from a local farmer or, a beekeeper or something, you probably got a decent honey, but they don't have to put it all on the label, which is sad. Yeah, Empress, you local, so we'll let you know when we have honey available. And local honey is the best honey for you. You want local honey. That is your allergy medicine. It can help you with so many things, y'all. That is your allergy medicine. The bees are going out getting this pollen for you. They putting it in honey form. You consuming it, and it's getting rid of your allergies. People suffer with allergies for years. But if they just take a little bit of honey every day, real local honey, with your native plants and your native pollen, it will make your body immune to it. Use honey for allergies? Yes. Jesus Christ is alive. Yes. Raw local honey. Go to your farmer's market. Most of the time they have a local beekeeper, or look for your local beekeeping association. They usually sell honey too. Your local beekeeping association. If you want to get into bees, because we get that question all the time, join your local beekeeping association. So when your honey crystallize over time, but when it crystallized, like our honey started crystallizing like in no time when we put it in jars. But that lets you know that it's a low water content or no water content, and it's good honey. It's just raw honey because there's nothing there to stop it from crystallizing. It ain't been played with. We don't put heat on our honey or none of that. Thank you, Shawnee. Bobby was just out there with his babies. So I did. Oh, I didn't turn it off. So I'm gonna turn my tea off. And I'm gonna let it steep for a few minutes, for about 10 minutes. So I don't know how much sorrel I put in there. As y'all see, I don't measure nothing. I just pour. This is about 3 cups, so I probably put about 2.5 cups of sorrel or hibiscus in there, and about half a pineapple, and about a quarter of this gallon of distilled water. And I let it boil. Now I'm gonna let it steep for about 10 minutes. How do you know if it crystallized? It's thick and the crystals are bigger. It's grainy. You can no longer pour it when it crystallizes, and it's fine. All you have to do is run it under some warm water, and it'll what's that, David Corey? We sell Jolly Ranchers. When it crystallizes, all you have to do is run it under some warm water, and it'll go back to the liquid state. Like, it'll melt the crystals back down, but all it is your crystals growing and getting thicker. It's still perfectly fine to use. You can use it in your tea or whatever you're using it in. Sorrel and pineapple. The soda. So David Corey, the thing with the soda is shipping these bottles. First, you would have to purchase the bottle. The bottles, I can't remember how much they are, but you would have to purchase these bottles, and then paying for us to make them. And okay, all right, yep, because you local too. Hey, Adventures with Val. I worry about shipping these bottles and it being a mess when it get to you. That's the hard part. I could package them, but when you get them, you would have to put them directly in the refrigerator. But because it's a homemade soda, like, I don't even think people would pay what it's worth, our time and effort to make these gut healthy sodas. So this is why we like to share how to make things and how to do things yourself, because it ain't all about money for us. But you could do local. Yeah, we could. We've gotten that a lot. We are working on a new store. We'll have a online store soon that lists everything that we have available. We're working on a new product. But it's always something, going on. We have, can you whip crystallized honey to make cream honey? Absolutely, you can. And you can also flavor it. 3 products on Amazon page, all of your products. So you got to click at each page. Those 3 pages you saw have a bunch of things in the page. If you click on one page, it should be a bunch of stuff that come up. People pay for what they want. That's true. Sometimes you just get tired of trying to convince people to why, or just going back and forth. People don't like to pay for things. They just want it for as cheap or nothing. Time is money. we spend a lot of time teaching and sharing these things with people. We don't mind doing things, but people, some things you got to pay for, you know, and that's just what it is. I look at what I pay out now. If somebody was selling this for $12 and it's a homemade soda or $15, I would buy one. If I know this is homemade soda, I would buy one. You know why? And I know that I could run to the store, and sodas cost $3 now, something a bottle. I could run to the store and save me $12 or $15 and buy me a store soda. So I took it off the heat. I mean, it's still on the stove, but I'm just letting it steep. So we use ginger for our we use ginger for some of our, when we make ginger ale, that's all we use is ginger. I would pay $15, $12 for a soda if it's homemade, because I know it took time, love, and effort to create this soda. And then I know that I'm getting a great product that's not in 5 years gonna come back and they're gonna say, you got this or you got that going on, and it's because I consumed soda from the store, or because I consumed too much bread, processed food, you know. Later on, you pay for it. Yeah, that's Booty with her bone, and she laying right here under the cameras. You pay for it later. You know, we got to stop cheating ourselves when it comes to our health. When we, with the processed foods and those quick and easy meals and all this craziness, chemicals, you know, our drinks, everything, we got to start looking at things different, because this is our health. It don't affect us instantly, but over time it do. Where we save money on the front end, on the back end, we end up paying for it with our lives, or every dime we have ever made, or trying to borrow money to try to get ourselves back on track, because let me see. Because that's how it's designed. I can't comment on here. Cool Weather Farmer. So it's called our Amazon storefront. We do have a wish list. Also, the wish list is to send us things for our homestead. The storefront is is where we list things that we purchase, that we use, like this cutting board. Our cutting board is on there. This cutting board is on there also. But these are things that we suggest and we use all the time. And then it's on the Amazon storefront for you to purchase for your home. So it should be a bunch of things there, though the wish list is different. The wish list things come to us. The storefront things come to you. So, made with love. And you're doing it from the heart. Yeah. How long do you let the bottles sit before you lock caps down? So we let our bottles sit about 2 days at the most, because when you go off the poison, regular foods become much more sensitive to things. Yes, you do, Katrina. That is true. You got to pay attention to your sodas while they're sitting, because like now it's supposed to be 90 degrees today or close to it. This will ferment so much faster sitting on the counter versus in the winter. We can let it sit for 2 days. Now I may be able to only let it sit until tomorrow this time, and then I need to go ahead and lock it down so it can build carbonation. So it just depends on the temperature in your house. Cream honey. I do have a video on cream honey, but I can do a longer one and show how to cream honey. So let me tell you how I feel about homemade things. Like we just put out a Oreo cookie video. It does take time, but it's truly with that bone. These things do take time. It does not have to be refrigerated, but it's going to keep carbonating as long as it's sitting on the counter. So we refrigerate ours to stop the carbonation period. I mean, the carbonation process. and we just want it to sit and be good. I'm gonna pull one out the refrigerator in a minute. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, I did a video on Oreo cookies the other day because that's one thing they get rid of banned in a lot of places. A lot of places already banned. My husband like Oreo cookies. We can make them without all the crap that they put in them, and it doesn't take a lot of time. It take time, but it doesn't. It's not like I stood here all day making cookies. 3 weeks is the shelf life for these sodas. About 3 weeks. It take time to make them, but then again, you're getting a product that's not polluted, especially with stuff that you don't even know. They don't even have to tell you certain things are in your sodas or in your bread or they name it A, B, C, D, and what is that? It's a letter.
What's up, Soil brothers and Soil sisters? How y'all doing this day? We're making soda and it smells delicious in here.
It don't smell like nothing to me.
It smells delicious. Pineapples and berries is what I smell.
Good. So can you make it with stevia? So my thing with stevia is you can make it with stevia, but you're not going to be able to ferment. You need a natural sugar, basically honey, and you can use raw sugar, cane sugar, or honey. But if you're going to ferment, you can use stevia to sweeten. But then if you want that fizz, you just use salsa water without sugar. Ferment. Yeah, without ferment, you're using club soda to get your fizz. So, Bobby,
what up?
BB King.
In my experience, guys, you're gonna have to figure out what's gonna be best for y'all. All right, so you have it on the shelf, have it sitting out for fermenting. The amount of sugar in there is going to be determined by how much you actually started with and how long you let it ferment. So you're going to have to figure out, is that good enough for you? Yeah, it may last in the refrigerator for a while, but to me, I think the taste kind of changes. It deteriorates a little bit. But then that's my taste buds. But, I say in the first week, it's perfect. To go ahead and consume them.
This one is about what, a week old?
Yeah, they won't last long anyway, especially if you got kids or family, and the fact that you don't mind giving it to them because
what's in it.
Yeah, you don't have all those.
I did shake that a little bit to get the settlement off the bottom. Just warning you.
So you don't have all those chemicals in it that you don't have no clue what it is and what it's going to do to your family and their health. So, but these are a great idea, guys. If you can get your family off the store-bought sodas and get all them chemicals out of your body, you're going to notice your body change. Like I say, within the first month of not drinking any of them sodas and you making your own, you're going to notice your body not holding on to the weight like it used to. And
you have more energy and everything.
Yeah, you're gonna realize you can't really drink as many sodas as you thought you could. I mean, I ain't gonna say can't. You don't really have the urge to.
Yeah. Because they are definitely putting something in them to make you addicted to them and want to drink.
And it's one of those many chemicals that you see in the fine print that you have no idea what that is.
Yeah, Google don't even know what it is. And when Mr. Google fans don't know.
Yes, sir.
So this the thing.
You shook that too much.
With carbonation and I shook it up because I was trying to get the settlement off the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
But carbonating, sometimes you can over carbonate to the point where you ain't no breathing and drinking it. Because if you drink it, it feel like it go right up your nose or it's so carbonated. It's like, woo, that's a strong soda. But it's good.
When you have it sitting in the refrigerator, you will get some settlement down at the bottom. Yeah. Just slightly turn it upside down and kind of just shake it a little bit.
Yeah, I shook it to get the settlement off. I shook it.
And I think that's the reason why the taste kind of deteriorates. So while your yeast or your Bruce is actually not as active. It's still active.
Yeah.
So it's still eating away at stuff, and the settlement down there is what is eating.
Yeah. But
So
even
the
while
taste
it's
kind
sitting-
of changes over time.
Yeah, the cold just slow them down.
Mm-hmm. So we're not gonna drink this.
The first time Bobby opened one of these things, was it one of them bottles? And that thing was like, poof!
Yeah.
We were in here like, what in the
Because
world?
if you open it real fast, right, you don't get the fizz immediately, but all of a sudden it just go whoop.
Bobby opened that thing. We was in here like, what in the world? You get your fizz. You got soda.
Yeah.
It's nice and cold. We know we ain't put nothing, no artificial flavoring in there, nothing but strawberry and kiwi. Yes, we use sugar, but it's soda. Yeah, we do have a link. You have to open it like champagne.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is an 8.5 ounce bottle. The other bottles are bigger
Mm-hmm.
than this bottle, which they both carbonate. We also have a smaller bottle that we use for kombucha, which we will work on kombucha next week.
So one of our beautiful subscribers just sent us this.
Yeah, so we
And
got
this is our
three different.
kombucha. Yeah, this is kombucha bottle. Now, with kombucha, while it is good, I think they only recommend that you drink a certain
4
amount,
ounces.
4 ounces at a time.
We were drinking big bottles.
Yeah,
of
we were
kombucha.
drinking kombucha.
But we ain't need all that kombucha, so now we drink the 4 ounce, these little bottles. Bobby mix them in his smoothies and, oh, I don't need this one. It's good. But, you know, these bottles, you just keep recycling the bottles.
Yeah. I mean, just if you have money at all, just imagining what you're doing for your family. You know, when you're giving them drink, you're not concerned with it at all because what's in it is what you know about, and you know how they do. Long as there's nothing that's coming up right now, it's good.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, that chemical that you've been consuming for many, many years is now considered
Poisonous.
poison.
Cancerous.
Yeah, look at our Skittles and our Gatorades and all this stuff here. How long we been drinking that stuff?
Exactly.
And now, y'all talking about something wrong with it?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing gonna be no different about nothing else. It's all gonna come back.
They have that kind of, oh, that's good.
Mhm.
That's good. I'm gonna go ahead and strain my juice off.
All right, guys, I'm going to the gym. Y'all have fun. I hope y'all enjoy your sodas. Just remember, play with it, you know, for your family, for your taste buds. Make sure the sweetness is up to par for you and yours.
Yep.
And what you feel comfortable with.
Because you may not need but a cup and a half of sugar or a cup of sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Bobby got a sweet tooth. He want his sugar.
Hey, David, you saw how that bottle was when all we did is this. Imagine it coming through the mail, all that,
Yeah,
and then you
Lord.
get it.
That thing will be scary. So now I have my tea, and all I have in here for my juice is a strainer because I want to catch my solids, and I'm just gonna pour it in the strainer pod so I can get as much liquid out of here as I can. So skin and all, right? Just gonna strain this some.
Tell Terry, castor oil, the same one. The cold press should be good for fungus.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we use the cold press hexene free castor oil.
And you know what's was a trip is the fact that, I used to wear boots or hard shoes all the time when I was in law enforcement. So I did get a fungus on one of my toenails, and I used all the stuff they talk about, the tea tree oil and all that stuff there, and nothing really worked. Maybe because I wasn't consistent enough. The castor oil, I put some of that stuff on there like 3 times, and I think I can swear it's gone. But I'm sure it could be better. But
it's better than what it was.
yeah, because that's all I did. I wasn't consistent enough with it to make sure it's always gone, but it looked way better.
Yeah.
And I used tea tree oil and all that other stuff, drops and whatever they say that you're supposed to use.
They always
to clear
making
that up.
something for foot fungus and all this thing. You thinking, oh, let me buy this. They say this the best. Yeah. So I let it steep for about 10 minutes. It just sat up there for about 10 minutes and to get the flavor, as much flavor out as I could.
That stuff smells good.
Bobby Nose won't let him get out of here. So I just boiled it down to the hibiscus and the pineapple. I probably got majority of you want to taste the pineapple, see if I got all the flavor out of it? Probably got majority of the flavor out of it. So this is where you want to put your desired amount of sugar or honey.
Definitely got all the sweetness out of it. I still taste some of that
Pineapple
twang.
flavor.
Yeah.
So I sweeten this because it's still hot, and I know my sugar gonna dissolve. And I use about 3 cups for a gallon. Again, you can start with 1.5 cup, especially in the beginning, so you can figure out it look good.
You can use honey and coffee, right?
You can use honey.
Oh, we have never tried it.
Yeah, we've never tried honey. We only use sugar, honestly, and I'm just one that we won't sweet. We ain't gonna use no sweeteners because again, that's just something that's been played with to create a sweet effect. Agave is good, but we've never used it. Honey is good for sweetening, but we've never used that when making soda. I just use sugar. Yeah, I think it'll work with agave. We just never used it. You got you something to drink?
Yeah.
When the last time you ate? You got a sandwich?
Probably before I came home, it was a sandwich. So I'm gonna really need something to come back.
All right, just
Something to warm up.
text me. Yeah. So I add my sugar while it's hot, so it'll go ahead and all of my sugar will dissolve. Then now, once you get it to dissolve, now this is hot. You can let it sit and cool off to room temperature. You can put it in an ice bath, a double boiler type of ice bath, or to cool it off. I'm impatient. This is why I only boil a little bit of water. So I add the rest of my water, most of it, to this. Now it has come down the temperature. I am going to add the rest of this water, but that's all I can get in this bowl right now. Now it's at a good temperature. It has come down almost to room temperature, but I got a little bit more water to add. You don't want to add your gingerbread while this is piping hot. You want to wait till it come down to room temperature before you add your gingerbread. I put mine in a pitcher because it's easier for me. Yeah, you can use raw cane sugar, but dates, you can't ferment with dates. So that's the thing, natural sweeteners, stevia, dates, raw sugar are great sweeteners, but you can't ferment with them all. So we just go ahead and we use sugar. I use sugar for bread making desserts, everything almost. Well, not everything, but a lot of things. So now it's at a good temperature. It's almost a room temperature, but I need this pitcher because I can't pour in this bowl. Y'all don't want to see me pouring this from that bowl. This is Pineapple Hibiscus Soda. So I am going to add more water. So this is almost a gallon. And that brought it down to temperature pretty good. Mix it good. And it's good to go. Now, again, you may have to let your, this is just juice or tea. All this is pineapple hibiscus tea or juice. This can be, you can drink this just like it is. It has tons of benefits in it. When we make this without fermenting, we use agave or honey to sweeten it. Because we fermenting, we are using the the sugar, so we can ferment. Fermentation process will eat that sugar up. Now that we have mixed everything in except the bug, because you want to make sure your tea is room temperature before you mix your bug in here. Hey, best yet, Journey. You don't want to mix your bug. I don't even rush to mix my bug. I can go now and cook dinner or whatever else I need to do for the day. Fold clothes, because that's what I need to do. I can let this sit and come down to temperature, because all left to do now is, once I add my bug to this, and I'll put 1 cup of my ginger bug in here. Hey, Karen, I was just working on the website. We appreciate you. I know, I got your email, Karen, and when I'm finished this, I'm gonna get to work. The only thing I have to add to this 1 gallon of pineapple hibiscus juice is 1 cup of my ginger bug. But I need to wait till it come down to room temperature good. And then I can pour it in my bottles. When I pour it in my bottles, I do not cap them. I just set the top on there and I let it be for a day. It's warm here. It's supposed to be almost 90 degrees today. I just let it sit for a day with the top on, just sitting on the top, just so the gnats or bugs, because trust me, gnats gonna want to get in here because it's juice. I set the top on just to keep the bugs out, keep anything out of it. And then once I see it starting to fizz or get bubbles in the top, I'll go ahead and I put about a half a teaspoon of sugar in here, and then I'll lock it down. But you got to be careful when you back sweeten it, because once you give it that sugar, you giving that that bug something to eat. So it's gonna automatically want to start foaming. Let me get it out so you can see. My 2 ginger bugs. Now I added water to Mary Ann because I knew I was going to use her today. This is Bruce. You see the difference? I just made Mary Ann. She's still floating, cloudy, and Bruce got a little age on him. But sitting in the refrigerator, they calm down. They're not as active as they usually are. As they are if they just sitting. And Mary Ann got bubbles up here in the top of her. And you can see my fruit floating, and you probably can't see it because it's cloudy. So glad to see you all. My top keep popping off that. Yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. It'll calm down over time. So we're gonna use Marianne, which is the one that we made last week. Hey, Food by Faith. We're gonna use Marianne, which is the one that we made last week. And we're gonna let Bruce rest. Well, if you take her out, or if you take your ginger bug out of the refrigerator, go ahead and burp it. Will the soda have a ginger taste? Not at all, Lisa. It won't taste like ginger. You won't even taste it. Let me do this. Go ahead and burp it, because if you don't burp it, all it's gonna do is pop your top. So already burped her, so she good to go. She can sit up here for a little while, but I wouldn't leave her out for a long period of time, because it'll just sit here and keep building up carbonation in the jar, and then when you go to use it, it's just gonna foam everywhere. So I only burp mine when I take it out of the refrigerator. Other than that, long as it's in the refrigerator, I don't bother them unless I'm feeding them. I do forget to feed them all the time. So the most I'll go is like 2 weeks, and then I'll think, oh, I need to feed my bug. This is why I don't mess with sourdough too much, because we tried to start sourdough like 2 or 3 times, and I always forget to feed my sourdough. And when I say forget, it's like 4 or 5 days later, and it's sitting right here on the counter, and they're like, oh, Trudy. And I'm like, oh, Trudy, get on with that bone. I need to feed my sourdough. So, yeah, sourdough is not my friend right now, because I be forgetting. Hey, Miss T with the T. I love the sourdough, but wasn't using it fast enough. And see that I make bread like at least 2 times a week. But still, it seemed like it'll stress me out. Can I add it before I use it today? Or would it be better to use it first? So yeah, Lady D, use your ginger bug. So you're only gonna strain 1 cup of liquid off of your bug today to add to your 1 gallon of soda, and then you can fill your bottles up. And I wouldn't fill them all the way to the top, but give yourself some room to burp. And then I will watch it when it starts fizzing. That's when you want to go ahead and cap it down. But hey, Shamonica, how you doing? Miss Ann, what's up, Soil Sister? Once you get your cup out of here for your soda, then you can feed it 1 tablespoon of ginger and 1 tablespoon of sugar. If you need to add water to it, you can add that cup you took out back to it, and that should be fine. And then just let it sit overnight. Like I said, especially if you're in a warmer climate, you definitely want to keep your eye on it. I need to let mine cool a little bit more, I think, because it still feels warm. And I don't, like I said, I ain't in a rush, but I don't want to trust that it's cool enough. Once it get to room temperature and I'm happy with where it's at, I will add my 1 cup of bug to it, mix it, and I'm gonna fill all my jars, as many as I can. Usually can fill between 8 and 10 jars with a gallon, and you will be good to go. I'll be live again tomorrow. We'll talk about, what is your soda looking like 24 hours after you started it, and what do you do now. And then I'll show y'all, I'll be live again when I get ready to carbonate, so you can see that too. So you can let it sit on the counter, it's fine. You'll just have to check it. I don't put mine back in the refrigerator just because I'll get busy on your lunch break. I'll get busy and forget that it's sitting on the counter, and then when I come back, I got a mess. So I just keep it in the refrigerator until I'm ready for it. You can use it cold, straight out of the refrigerator. It's fine, but I am bad with walking off and forgetting that I'm doing 13 other things. And the important things like making sure this bug ain't in here cutting up will be overflowing because it's building up carbonation. Or I hear a pop and it done blew the top and really made a mess. So I just keep it in the refrigerator to keep it calm, keep her happy. You know, I don't want her to start showing off. Her Bruce can show off sometimes. He being on his best behavior today, probably because he got a girlfriend. But yeah, I don't know. So this is where we at today. Like I said, once this cool off, I'm not gonna make y'all sit on here for 2-3 hours. Once this cool off to room temperature, I'll add 1 cup of the liquid from my bug. Mix it and fill my bottles. Don't lock your bottles down today. You just want to cover it so the gnats won't get in. After you use your bug, you want to chop 1 tablespoon of ginger, 1 tablespoon of sugar. Mix it up. You can add your cup of distilled water back to it if you want to. Give it a good stir. Put your top on it and set her back in the refrigerator until next time. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Food by Faith. I appreciate you. Yeah, y'all hit that thumbs up for us. We would appreciate you. So now it's on to the rest of my day. Truly having a ball with that bone. I'm sure y'all can hear. So, Food by Faith, I'm glad you're here because, hold on. Or anybody that can help me. I need help. I need a little bit of help because I did do some research to figure out how in the world do you store these? I got one out there now that's bigger than these. And I need to harvest it. But I was thinking about freeze drying these. Sometime best yet. What you mean Mondays? Sometimes I just be popping up best yet. I don't even really have no schedule. Honestly, we don't have schedules anymore. I do try to do a medicinal Monday sometime, so I may be doing a medicinal one day, but it won't be Monday this week. So I just pop up and do lives on Facebook. I'm always live. I pop up on Facebook all the time, early in the morning. But yeah, I'm all over the place. So what I'm trying to figure out is how to preserve these because I don't think they last long. You can store them in a dark cabinet, but they won't last for super long. You can freeze dry, add different recipes, zucchini bread. So we like them. I made a spaghetti with it the other day, and we like casserole. But I was trying to figure out the best way to preserve them. Should I freeze dry it, or should I just slice them and freeze them? But yeah, this is just the last 2 or 3 days of harvest. It's crazy. You can mock pineapple, zucchini, although require canning them, chop, freeze, use spaghetti sauce. That's interesting. So I might fry some or something. I don't know. This is Romanesco squash. It does have a bunch of names for it. We didn't think we liked squash, but we were like, let's try to grow them and see if we like them. And we love them. I made a casserole one day. It was delicious. Then I made lasagna. I took the noodles out and added zucchini this Romanesco squash as the noodle. And Bobby blew through that pan of lasagna like it wasn't nothing. In the freezer, you can make more meals instead of freeze drying them. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I know if I freeze dry them, I would still use the noodles. Use it as noodles, but I just want to make sure we don't waste all of this. And I'm trying to think of the best way to preserve it. So yeah, we love this squash. They will be soggy if you freeze them. So that's what my mother-in-law said too, that freezing squash will make them soggy. Did you put the recipe for the casserole? I think I did. Um, I think I did, Lisa. I'll check and see if I put the recipe for the casserole. I think I did put the squash casserole or the Romanesco squash casserole on there. So yes. So I think I'll just slice it and put it on a sheet pan and freeze it. Do you have any seeds? I gotta check and see if I have any more seeds because we've been eating all the seeds. We eat all. If it's seeds in here, we gonna eat them. We don't. All we do is wash this. We don't. We give the ends to the chickens, and the rest of this we eat. We don't peel it or anything. It's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. But we don't share much. I mean, Jesus, I done blocked so many people. Oh, I ain't want to block Nightbot. Lord. Poor Nightbot. Okay. Now I think I got it right. Alright, so yeah, that's what I do. I'm gonna make a pie with it. I'm gonna make squash pie with this. So I'm gonna let y'all know how that work out. I know Bobby don't want to hear that. He's gonna be like, "No, you ain't making no pie." We gotta see. Don't knock it till you try it. Don't knock it till you try it. But I got more out there I need to harvest. But I think one of these will be squash pie. We gonna see about it. As a matter of fact, that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna make my own crust because I got a food processor. I do not know how to make. Hold up, Lisa Vaughn, you agree with Bobby with what? No squash pie? We gotta try squash pie. So I'm not gonna puree it. I'm just gonna slice it and put it on a sheet pan so they don't stick together when I do put them in the freezer. Then I can put them all. I'll put them on a sheet pan and let them freeze. Then I'll put them all in a Ziploc bag and I can put them in the freezer. But we can't knock squash pie until we try it. So I think I'm gonna try it. I do not know how to make pie crust at all. Don't ask me why I keep butchering pie crust. But somebody, Lisa Foley, sent me an easy pie crust recipe. But somebody sent me a food processor also. I may be able to make pie crust in the food processor. Then I don't have to worry about it. I gotta see about that. But if not, I know I can do it the way I think Miss Brenda Gant made that pie crust. So that might be what we're making here in a few minutes. And we're gonna let y'all know how that turned out. But I want to try squash pie. They say you can use any squash. I'm gonna see. If we don't like it, guess who's gonna eat good tonight? The chickens, because they gonna love it. They love anything. So tomorrow I'll go live and update y'all. Yeah, let me let that cool a little bit more, just in case. We'll go live tomorrow and show y'all where we at with the soda. Talk about what it looked like, and it'll be about noonish. Do I have any appointments tomorrow? I don't think so. I am not pregnant, and if I was pregnant, I would be in the Guinness Book of World Records because I'm not pregnant. Evie. I know she just spamming, but it's all right. I'm not pregnant. If I was pregnant, somebody will owe us a whole lot of money because ain't no babies around here. So tomorrow we'll be live about the same time. Bessie at Journey. Ain't no babies around here. Nala ain't even having no more babies around here. Ain't nobody having babies around here but them quail, chicken, and rabbits. That is it. Those are all the babies we can handle here at Black Tropical Homestead for the most part. And when the chickens and quails give us babies, those just eggs. So pie crust is biscuits. Just use cold, light, freeze water. No babies around here either. Food by faith. I ain't lying. The devil is a liar. We love babies now. We love babies. But we not birthing none. We can get all the grandbabies we want. Now, if the kids want to give us more grandbabies, we would love to have them, and we can spoil them and do all the things that we didn't do for our kids or with our kids, like giving them candy and junk at the wrong time of the day, like before they get ready to go home with their mamas, and buying stuff of their daddies, and buying stuff for them that we wouldn't have bought our kids. But when you are a grandparent, you are entitled to do things and say, leave that baby alone. And the kids know that my mama did not let me do this when I was a baby. When I was a kid, my mama ain't let me do this. And now here she go with my child, letting them get away with murder. Well, that's what grandparents do. You know, it's okay. You might have broke my cup, but it's all right. Grandma get another cup. Grandparents can do that. So we do accept grandkids, but not stuff that make noise. Yes, yeah. See, we can do that. We weren't gonna do that with our kids because they ain't making all that noise and people here. But with our grandbabies, we can do that. We can make buy them little noisy toys. Yeah. Yeah, I love my grandkids now. Go home. Exactly. And take that noisy toy with you where you go. You see that noise you keep hearing in the background? Hey, Liz B. That's Trudy with that bone. I'm gonna take that bone from her eventually because she make too much noise. But yeah. We have 20 grandkids and love each and every one of them. Call soft. Look, you have the right to be soft with the grandkids. It's amazing because it's like, even like my mom, my nephew, he run it. That's her great grandson. He run it. I'm like, wait, they came to visit us. She said she was going to bed. I'm like, well, take your baby with you because he's just in here chilling, laid on the couch with his leg crossed on his, what he had, YouTube or something going. He like 3 or 4 at the time. I was like, you going to bed, you gotta take your baby with you, Mom. He was like, I ain't ready to go to bed. And she was gonna leave him up. Wait a minute. When we were little, we had a bedtime. And it wasn't, I'm going to bed, you go to bed when you want to. I was like, you just gonna leave him up in here, Mom? She just went on to bed like... We couldn't stay up when we wanted to. We went to bed. So, look, Nala that's Trudy. Trudy is getting down with that bone. But we had a bedtime. But when you got grandkids, ain't no bedtime. Leave them cheering alone. Let them stay up and play. They ain't doing nothing. Oh, yeah. Things change when you're grandparents. And it should. So y'all parents out there, stop fussing at the grandparents because... we supposed to. Yeah, that's that night. I be up all night. Sometimes I used to wake up, my nephew done post stuff on TikTok. I'm like, he post something on TikTok, it was 2 o'clock in the morning. Lord Jesus, I wish I would. When I was younger, I could be on the phone at 8 o'clock. Me and my best friend be on the phone. You know, you had them cord phones then. I might have been upstairs in my room somewhere and I done stretched the cord all out of place. And in my room on the phone. And here go my mama picking up the phone and she downstairs. Get off my damn phone. I'm sorry. Like, dang, Mom, you ain't gotta be so embarrassing. But my best friend was used to it back then. Like, so embarrassing. Just, all you gotta do is knock on the door and say, hey, girl, get off the phone. It's 7 o'clock. But these grandkids can be up at midnight tick-tocking it up. So, yeah, this is life, you know. And it's all right. Let the grandparents be grandparents. Spoil them babies. You deserve it. And y'all parents, sit down and be quiet. Just be like, oh, Lord, grandmama coming. So, I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm going to make this squash pie. I'll let y'all know how that turned out. I try to get Bobby to eat some tamarind, too, so... We might pop on Facebook later and talk about this tamarind and squash pie if we get it done. So y'all have a blessed day. Remember, not all labels are created equal. These people playing with our food and we sick of it. So we gotta fight and take back our life so that we can live. Entitled by social media, they do. But me, it's not just the kids with short attention spans. Adults have grown that short attention span too. Where adults, I ain't gonna say me because I ain't really watch TV, so movies and things won't really me. But a lot of adults won't watch things either over 30 seconds. 10 seconds drive them crazy. So it's not just our kids, it's the adults too. We gotta do better, and we can do better. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. We love and appreciate y'all. Yup. TikTok is a rabbit hole. It's crazy. I was wondering if it was my phone. I was connected to Alexa be tripping. We love and appreciate y'all. She said she having trouble. Alexa said she having trouble hearing. Can I say that again? We love and appreciate y'all. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up if you come through for the replay. Share this out. Tomorrow we will go live and talk about the next stage. Where's our soda at now? Y'all have an amazing day. We love and appreciate y'all. And don't let nobody steal your joy. Y'all some busy little dogs. Booty. Oh. Booty.